Now in Europe, the fears of a nuclear disaster are growing every day. In focus is the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. It's the largest nuclear plant in Europe. For the last 2 weeks, Zaporizhzhia has been at grave risk. There has been fresh shelling close to the nuclear plant. Both Ukraine and Russia are blaming each other, and the UN nuclear watchdog has warned of a nuclear disaster. Ukrainian President Zelensky says it will be a catastrophe that will impact the whole of Europe.
Росія не припиняє своїх шантажистських дій.
Any radiation incident at the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant can be a blow to the countries of the European Union, and to Turkey, and to Georgia, and to countries from more distant regions. Everything depends only on the direction and strength of the wind.
Now, the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant is home to 6 reactors as of July 22. Just 2 of its reactors were operating. Zaporizhzhia provides over a fifth of the total electricity generated in Ukraine. The plant has been on Russia's radar since the beginning of the invasion. In early March, Russian troops seized control of the plant. Special Russian military units guard the facility. However, Ukrainian staff continue to operate it. So clearly, there's a lot of tension here. The UN nuclear watchdog says the staff is operating under stressful conditions. So if there is a nuclear accident, no one knows who will deal with it. Will it be the Russian advisors or the Ukrainian staff? Now in March, the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant was struck, but there was no radiation leak. The reactors too were intact. However, both Russia and Ukraine blamed each other for the strike. In July, Russia said Ukraine had repeatedly struck the area around the plant. On the 5th of August, the plant was shelled twice. An area near the reactors was hit. On the 6th of August, 7th and also the 11th, there were massive shelling. Both sides continue to blame each other. The repeated strikes have prompted the UN to call for a demilitarized zone. Russia says it will facilitate a UN nuclear watchdog visit to the plant, but says it is too dangerous for the IAEA to go through Kiev. On the other hand, the United Nations says that it can facilitate the visit if both Russia and Ukraine agree.
My understanding from the IAEA is that they would like to see this mission go as quickly as possible. It's their mandate. They're in the lead. We will support them in any way we can.
Currently, there are 2 major risks here. The continuous shelling could damage the plant, but it is unlikely that it will affect the nuclear reactor. The reactor is well protected. It has a powerful body with a reinforced concrete shell. But what it could affect is the reactor's cooling system. This could then lead to a severe accident, like the world saw in Fukushima. Both Russia and Ukraine know the danger of militarizing a nuclear plant or compromising the safety of a reactor. In fact, Zaporizhzhia is located just 500 kilometers from Chernobyl, the site of the world's worst nuclear disaster. However, the strikes are raising fears of a nuclear catastrophe, one that some countries in Europe are already preparing for. Neighboring Moldova has already imported 1 million iodine pills. Moldova is located 480 kilometers from the nuclear plant, but it has still shipped in iodine pills from Romania. These pills can be taken in case of a nuclear emergency. These tablets can prevent radioactive elements from building up in the body. And according to Moldova, in case of a nuclear disaster, the pills will be first given to emergency workers and those who cannot evacuate. This comes as a study said a nuclear war would cause global famine. The study, a Russia-US conflict using nuclear weapons, could lead to 5 billion people dying of hunger. The study analyzed the consequences of 6 different nuclear war scenarios. The first case scenario is a full-scale conflict between the United States and Russia. The study says it would wipe out more than half of mankind. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.